Namaste, welcome back. We are discussing universal human values. We are into the session 13 natural environment. So, as usual, we will be taking up the home assignment that we took last session. So, in the last session, we have discussed society, the goals in the society. How do you want to live in your institution hostel with a common goal and common program of action? And everyone in the institution hostel does a part of the common program, with everyone having their own goals and own programs. So how you want to go with a common program, or everyone has their own?
With a common goal and common program of action.
So make a code of conduct for hostel which will help everyone in the hostel to realize the common hostel goals, right? To fulfill the 4 human goals. We can make some program in hostel also to fulfill human goals. Today there is a struggle, competition, terrorism, war. The frustration leads to many problems like alcoholism. You can make a list of these problems around us. Are these natural phenomena or due to lack of understanding in human being? You can check. So what will be the major reason for these problems?
Lack of right understanding.
So what can be done to address the problems about in our own hostels, institutions? So what steps we had to take to have this type of common goals and avoid this type of concerns? So we have to ponder upon this. Today's session is on natural environment. So far we have explored our natural acceptance. Our natural acceptance is innate and it is not going to change with time, place, person. And we also saw that our natural acceptance is for living in harmony as an individual, as a member in the family, as a member in the
Society.
Let us ask this question: is there provision in nature existence for living in accordance with our natural acceptance? Can we live in nature with natural acceptance?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it possible to live in harmony as an individual, as a family, as a society?
It is possible. Yes, sir.
It's possible. We are working on that, right? So now this question, you just answer this. Is coexistence, mutual fulfillment inherent in nature, or is the design of nature by way of opposition, struggle, survival of the fittest? What is that you are thinking on?
Mutual fulfillment is inherent in nature.
You can now, if you see outside nature, in the nature there is a struggle for survival, or there is a harmony in the nature.
There is harmony in the nature.
What, Bhavya? Any point you want to tell?
No time there is no harmony, sir, in my point of view.
It seems like there is struggle for survival. Huh? So let us see, keep it open, this question. We'll explore how the underlying design of nature is there. Nature is collection of
Units.
air, water, soil, earth, moon, sun, planets, trees, herbs, animals, birds, animal body, human body, self. So every unit that is there, this collection of units is
Nature.
Now let us categorize these all units into 4 orders. So this collection of units we have kept in 4 orders. This classification is one of the classification. It's not the only way of classifying. So we may see in science we have classified as living things and
Non-living things.
that is one of the classification. In environmental science textbooks you may see that they are classified into. So you have so many classifications, but here we are classifying into 4 orders. One is physical order: soil, metal, water, carbon dioxide, oxygen, minerals, all these we kept in physical order. The next one is bio order, where plants, trees, shrubs we have kept. And then animal order, where we took animals and
Birds.
and then last one is human order, where we have only
Human beings.
okay. So let us see whether there is mutual fulfillment between these orders or there is struggle for survival. When you take physical order and bio order, is there interconnectedness, interdependence?
Yes, sir. There it is.
Yeah. Physical order is
So,
giving the minerals, or it is helping the plants to grow, and the plants are taking the minerals, water, carbon dioxide, and they are growing. And when the dry leaves falls down and they convert into compost, then again going to physical order. Or when trees are cut down, now the tree is no more in bio order, it is into
physical order.
So is it cyclic?
Yes, sir.
From physical order these are growing, again it is going back to physical order. So this is cyclic, interdependent. Suppose if there are trees, due to the trees, if there are more rains, due to these rains the water level there increases and the land gets fertile. So they are mutually fulfilling, they are interconnected, interdependent and cyclic. Is there struggle for survival or they are in harmony?
They are in harmony with nature.
They are seeing the relatedness with the other unit and fulfilling the relation with the other unit. Now let us bring animal order. Now the animals, birds, they take water, oxygen, sunlight, all these things from
Physical order.
and when they die, they go into physical order, or their manure like excreta of the animals also helps to make this land more fertile. Now this animal order is taking grass, they are eating these plants, leaves from the bio order, and again when they give this excreta, that waste, then it is helping the plants to grow. So the animal order is taking physical order and giving back, and it is taking from bio order and it is giving back. So they are interdependent, interconnected, they are cyclic in nature,
Yes, sir.
and they also have this mutual
Fulfillment.
every unit is enriched. Suppose if you go to forest, deep forest where there is no human being intervention, if you see there all the three orders are there.
Yes, sir.
You have huge plants, all plants are growing, then the physical order is also having so much fertile land, and water bodies also there in the forest, and you can see the animals also living together. Is there struggle for survival, or there is mutual fulfillment between these three orders?
There is mutual fulfillment between those three. And they are very happy, sir. They are in harmony.
They are in
Harmony.
Have you found any struggle for survival there in the forest? If you get doubt, you can ask.
Maybe if the humans there in forest, maybe they will face.
No, we are not taking human now. We are taking only these three orders.
Without humans also, they will happy, sir. They will in harmony.
Yeah, is there any struggle for survival or something? A lion is killing the deer, and the deer is struggling for survival, or is it nature?
It is innate in nature.
What, Bhavya? Let us take, if all the carnivorous animals stop eating herbivorous animals, what will happen?
Plants will grow hugely.
No, they stopped eating herbivorous. So what these herbivorous animals do? They grow in numbers more and more, and they will eat all the plants, trees, leaves. Then there is no greenery, no rains. All the land will be barren. Suppose if the carnivorous animals kill all the herbivorous animals,
Bioorder will be increasing.
so the bioorder will increase. There will be imbalance. No? If they stop eating them, the plants will grow. If they start eating all the herbivorous, then there is no plants. So is it struggle for survival or it is nature, innate in this?
It is innate in nature.
Any question? These birds, no? Birds takes these fruits from the trees and they take these fruits, eat it, or they take from one place to another place, they drop these seeds somewhere else. Now they go there, if the environment is good, conducive, the trees again come there. So the animals, birds are helping this plant order to grow. They are taking from the plant order, that is bioorder, they also mutually fulfilling the bioorder. Now let us bring human order. So if human being without right understanding, is it fulfilling with all the four orders?
No, sir.
We are taking all the things from physical order, many minerals, oxygen, water. Are we enriching them equally?
No, sir.
We are doing some part, but not equally. The percentage that you see that we are taking from physical order and the percentage we are enriching the physical order will be mismatched, no? Totally mismatched. And we also take from bioorder fruits, vegetables, leaves, wood for construction, furniture. Are we giving or we are enriching the bioorder by planting more and more trees? Or we are cutting more and more forest?
Yes, cutting that forest.
Yeah. And when we see animal order, we are taking meat, milk, all other products. But are we helping them to also survive?
We are killing them, sir.
Yeah. The amount of shelter we are providing and the amount of animals we are killing or we are poaching. See, some years back we used to have some species. Nowadays those species already extinguished. Why it is happened? Because of only for enjoyment we started killing the animals. Are we mutually fulfilling with all the three orders, or without right understanding we are exploiting them?
Without right understanding, we are damaging themselves.
We are damaging, right? But what is innate in us? What is naturally acceptable? We want to mutually fulfill the other three orders or we want to damage them? What is naturally acceptable?
Mutually fulfill.
My innateness is to have mutual fulfillment, but what I am doing now is maybe different. But every human being wants to fulfill with the other three orders. With right understanding, human order will also fulfill with the other three orders. I will take how much is required from the physical order. I don't take much. I understand the prosperity. I don't accumulate more and more. Physical order will not also. And I will nurture my body. I eat the food for nurturing, not for taste, not for show off. Then I will take how much is required from bio order. I will not take too much storing for profit. I don't exploit the bio order or nature. And from animal order also I take how much is required and I also protect, enrich them, rightly utilize the animals also. See, suppose animal is there, we are using for farming, right? In that way I can mutually enrich. I feed them, I take their help for farming. So I see only that. So every human being wants this naturally mutually fulfilling with other three orders. Let us see the interdependence and abundance in nature. So abundance means in quantity. So if you take physical order and bio order, we have land, mineral, soil, water to grow all the plants. Is there any plant hanging without land? Trees hanging without land? So which is more in quantity?
Physical order.
Physical order is more in quantity than
Bio.
and the bio order is more in quantity compared to animal order. If you count number of animals, and this animal order is less than the plants and trees, herbs we have. And the human order, so human order, if you count number of animals, all the animals, birds, is it more or less than humans? These plants, these animals, birds, all are more than the
Human beings.
every higher order depends on the lower order. So human order depends on animal order. He also depends on bio order. He also depends on
Physical order.
so every higher order depends on the
Lower order.
so who is at the top of the pyramid?
Human order.
Human order. And I think that I am the top. I can do whatever I can do for the remaining.
Yes.
It is my right to use them. Suppose if I think that I have right to do whatever I want to do with the three orders, if I start killing one honeybee species throughout the world, what will happen?
Pollination stops and no crops.
No seeds, no food to eat. Right? In few countries, they killed all sparrows thinking that they are eating the grains in the field. After killing all the sparrows or birds, they found that the crop yield is even less. Why? These birds are eating crop also, but not much. They are focusing on the insects which is eating the crop. Now the birds are not there. These insects are increased and they ate all the crop. Now the yield is
Much
less than the previous. Without understanding these realities, we are assuming that is the problem. So there is whole lot of quantity when we see that, and when the availability is more, but we are not understood. We are misusing the resources. Like few people are exploiting more and few people are not getting that. So survival of human order is dependent on all the three orders. Have we understood nature? What do problems like pollution, resource depletion, global warming and climate change indicate? Is these problems natural phenomena or man-made things?
They are man-made things.
But we assume that no, this nature unnecessarily raining now heavily, or there is I am not getting proper resources. Resource depletion means the rate at which we are using and the rate which it produced is having so much difference. No, I am using faster in rate; they are producing slow. It took so many of millions of years to produce coal, minerals, all these things, natural gases, but I am using in hundreds of years. And it takes again millions of years to produce. That is resource depletion. And the pollution is whichever I create or produce, that is not cyclic in nature. That's not going back to nature. It is remaining as it is, like say plastic. It's not degrading easily with nature. So that is what pollution. All these problems are man-made problems or natural phenomena. We think that they are natural. Global warming, all these things. So we have discussed today the hormone in the nature. There are four orders: physical order, bio order, animal order, human order. And there is mutual fulfillment with all the orders. They are cyclic, interdependent, interconnectedness. When human being without understanding is not fulfilling with the with all other orders. If we have right understanding, then we fulfill the mutual fulfillment with all the orders. The role of human being is to realize this mutual fulfillment. For this, all that human beings need to do is what? To understand the mutual fulfillment, harmony in the nature, which is inherent. It's there already. We had to just understand. We don't need to create a new things. We should understand and live accordingly. So we had to live accordingly. Then the mutual fulfillment among us, the four orders will be realized. And there is every provision in nature for living with mutual fulfillment, harmony. That's why this question we asked initially, is there provision for mutual fulfillment inherent in nature, or there is struggle for survival and only survival of the fittest? So there is harmony in nature, but we have to understand. There are some questions for you, like global warming and resource depletion are two problems of the current time. Are these natural occurrences or they due to lack of understanding of nature?
Due to lack of understanding of nature.
Do we human beings have a role to play in nature
Yes, sir.
to further develop the harmony in the nature, at least not to disturb the harmony in the nature, to make the right utilization of the physical facility? I had to enrich the nature, I had to protect the nature, I had to rightly
Utilize the nature.
that is my role. After all, everything that we have is coming from
Nature.
the food, shelter, clothes, gadgets, vehicles, all are coming from where?
Nature.
I have to rightly utilize them to evolve a way of living in harmony with nature. I have to understand nature and I have to live with the nature. What are the some of the activities you can do in contributing to the harmony in nature? Can we do some activity to bring the harmony in nature, or to protect this mutual fulfillment, harmony in the nature? You have some ideas?
Planting more trees.
Awareness programs on villages and in the urban areas.
Awareness. Okay. See, they say that for a grown adult, we need only 4 big trees for getting oxygen throughout life and wood for whole life. So, how many trees? 4 trees. How many we can plant in our life? If we plant each birthday one plant, 60-70 trees we can plant, right? There are few people like Tulisemma in Karnataka, near to Western Ghats. She used to go to forest and collect the seeds and make saplings and distribute nearby villages. They plant and protect, and it has created a new forest. And she also got highest award, Padma awards from president. You heard?
Yes.
She is 60-70 years old, I think. And we are very young. We are not able to, at least we are not able to plant. We can try not to destroy them, right? Not trying to kill it, means cut a tree, or for our lavishness, we should not disturb the nature, right? So we can come up with some programs for our institute, our society. So with this, if you have any questions, I will be happy to take the questions.
Sir, one scientist mentioned in his book about survival of the fittest, sir. He may have mentioned it after doing a lot of research, sir. What do you think about it, sir? Is it right or wrong?
See, in science there is some limitedness. They are not able to see the complete picture. So in science there is no this understanding of human being as self and body. What are the self needs? What are the body needs? We think that we get happy by taking physical facilities. Then if you assume that human being is body and you will get happiness only through physical facilities, then you assume that I need more and more physical facility because we need happiness in continuity. So with this, what we'll do, I need more and more, so I have to have the every physical facility, so I should be very fittest to dominate on others. But if you see the reality is to understand harmony in the nature and live in harmony in the nature. I have to understand nature, I have to mutually fulfill. My dependence is on all the 3 orders. If I think that I am for earth, I will do something, my role I will find out. If I think that earth is for me, then I try to exploit, I try to destroy. So they have done research, but with limited vision, no?
Yes.
Right. So they would have did survey or something, and they found that majority of people are living with survival of the fittest. Then they conclude that only by survival of fittest we can survive in the nature. But in reality, we should understand. Any other question?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you, and we'll be meeting in the next session where we'll sum up and we'll take your self-evaluation. Before starting, we'll also take quiz on society and nature. So we'll start with quiz, sum up, and then close a closing session with your takeaways from all the 15 sessions. Namaste. Thank you.